Welcome to Inside Nickelback here and now in Polychronopolis. Hang on tight, kids. The next 60 minutes is going to be a hell of a ride. I'll be joined by Nickelback members Chad Kruger, Ryan Peake, Mike Kruger, and Daniel Adair as we discuss the 7th album, Here and Now, which is being released on Nickelback Monday, November 21st. Guys, let's start there. Why a Monday release?
We have no idea. First question.
Aren't people lazy?
We don't know.
This is going to be a long interview, Paulie.
Is there a better way to start your week other than having a new Nickelback album?
Now that is a great answer, Daniel.
That. Grab it on your way to Starbucks.
I like that a lot.
Get your face blown off in the car. Love it.
Mike, you recently said the more albums you make, the more you feel like you have to dig deeper and do stuff you haven't done yet. How does that statement translate to the final outcome of Here and Now?
It's more about not repeating ourselves, not doing the same thing over and over again, which it did happen. We had to go and refer back to some previous records, and we caught ourselves rewriting parts again.
Yeah, the thing that Mike's referring to, we're sitting here and we've got this idea that's going down, and it's got this cool rock, like really heavy feel,
and we love it.
Oh yeah, and we're like, this is great. And then someone just walks in the room. It's like, what are we doing? Why are we re-recording something from 4 albums ago? And everyone was like, what? And sure enough, we referenced, and it was like,
wow.
Delete.
That's why we liked it so much. We already wrote
it. So we all kind of like laughed and, just tried to laugh it off, even though we'd spent a good half day sort of fleshing out this cool new idea that was all badass.
Well, I think that you guys were successful in creating different, because my thing is like, maybe it's the same guy, but he's wearing a different shirt, different shoes, maybe a cool little different hat off to the, it's got definitely a fresh feel to it.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Should we get into the fresh?
Yeah, let's do it.
How about some music? The album starts out quite meaty, I think. Check out This Means War. There's Nickelback, This Means War, on Inside Nickelback Here and Now. Guys, the guitars, especially in This Means War, kind of felt like you channeled maybe Dimebag a little bit. Kind of had some of the Side of a Bullet just feel to it.
A little bit, yeah. We went for some heavy, aggressive chunk effect there, and hopefully it translated. That was the first song that we mixed and got back, and we were all looking at each other like, if the rest of the album comes back sounding like this, aggressive, like everything, just the drums and the bass and the guitars, and I'm screaming harder than I've ever screamed before in the chorus, and we're looking at each other like, if everything comes back sounding like this, it's going to be a good record.
Absolutely. And there's a couple others that come back sounding like that too that we'll get to in a little bit. So how about guitar solos? Did you purposely bring these back?
For a while there, in the 90s, when everybody just wasn't sure, it's like, it's not cool to be able to actually play your instrument because nothing's cool and everything's lame and everything sucks. Now suddenly it's like, yeah, it's nice to be able to appreciate those guys that can get out there and actually play their own instruments. And so I'm trying to pretend to be one. That's all.
So the recording process for Here and Now started April-ish, right? Went through October?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Talk about how the writing and recording process differed this time around.
We started, relaxed. Yeah. We started in April and thought that there was just no rush, no deadline. We had no time that we were going to put it out, and
there was clearly no rush at that point.
Yeah, there was no rush at that point.
That ended quick.
And then they kind of, the management came, they flew up and they were listening to some of the stuff, and they're like, cool. Any thoughts on when you guys want it? Because if you're thinking about releasing it this year, you've got 6 weeks. And we're looking at each other like, oh, we've got like 7 tunes left to do. We need to really put away the Xbox and hope that somebody wins the Stanley Cup quick, because we are the ADD band from hell.
So the writing process actually is not much different from the other albums, where we're like, take it easy for the first little while and then just panic at the end.
Yeah, coast until we're under the gun, and then rush. And
it was a good panic this time. It was the most laid back panic, if that makes any sense.
Makes no
we didn't
sense.
Bite our nails, we just filed them furiously.
That's awesome.
That's excellent. Coming straight from the drummer. Very precision of you. Very, very good. So you worked with Mutt Lange on the last record?
Yeah.
And the prior one before that you did yourself.
Yeah.
Why did you go back to doing it yourself this time?
Yeah, it was just,
we charge less than Mutt.
It's terrifically expensive, that guy.
Worth every penny.
The Mutt thing is just something that we had to do. I would just die if we didn't get a chance to work with Mutt, because he is one of my heroes, You know, I love his production. I love, you know, the records he made AC/DC Back in Black. Put the period here and stop. You know, nothing else needs to be said. But once we did that, you know, once we worked with Mutt and you know, we kind of got that out of our system, it was like, okay, we looked at each other and went, let's go back to basics and let's just go back to doing this ourselves and let the four of us be the referees.
Excellent. Let's check out another track. Maybe you've heard this one. Bottoms Up. Nickelback. There's Bottoms Up on Inside Nickelback Here and Now. I tell you, it wouldn't be a Nickelback album without a song like Bottoms Up.
A drinking anthem.
Absolutely, absolutely. You guys have always done like a Jaeger shot for the show with the whole crew. Is that still going on?
It's moved to right into the show, through the show, the mid of the show, right to the end of the show now, and we just kind of continue drinking whatever we can find. I mean, it's if it isn't Jack and Coke, it's, you know, it's the Jaeger bombs and everything else that go along with it. And you can't start a tour like that. You kind of gotta you gotta get your legs underneath you a little bit, but once you realize we can do this,
muscle memory. You got muscle memory, then you can get faced.
We can do this.
Not only can we do this, but we can do this drunk.
Yeah.
How did that start? How did the shot start?
I think it was just me just egging on Ryan. You know, I'd look over at him and get him into doing something, and we got Bradley, little Bradley Kahn, working for us, and he's just a little alcoholic. It's just
he's an enabler.
He's an enabler.
He enables.
He enables. And you know, then it became part of the show. We just started bringing out like 60 shots, and then we just tell everybody right around the front of the stage, just crack out your IDs, and if you guys want to have a shot with us, if you're of age, then we can tip these back.
You know what, we're like planning for our behind the music years down the road, because we have no real tragedies at this point. We're gonna have like a lineup going to AA, and we're
gonna have a concert that's actually an intervention.
Yeah.
The whole audience is gonna intervene.
I mean,
they're gonna stop us.
I see this train wreck coming a mile away, and I'm at the front of the engine, just pulling the chain. Yeah, let's go.
He is shoveling more coal than anyone else.
It's fun while it lasts. Well,
Nickelback's Here and Now, out November 21st. We'll be back with more on the Nickelback Radio Network. Welcome back to Inside Nickelback Here and Now. I'm Paulie Chronopoulos here with Chad, Ryan, Mike, and Daniel of the band as we discuss the new release Here and Now. Chad, you're a bit of a writing schizophrenic at my estimation. Yes. One song you want to save the world, another one you want to burn the world to the ground.
Exactly.
And then and or just, you know, sexually molest everybody on the face of the earth.
Wow, sounds like you've got it pretty clear, Paul.
You've got it. You got it nailed.
Everybody.
So what's going on up there in that head?
I mean, the same thing that's going on in everyone else's head. You know, nobody thinks exactly the same every single day. You know, Ryan was saying that last week. It's kind of there's something there for everybody, and there's something there for every different mood for everybody. You know, we've got those songs that make you miss the loved ones. We got those songs that make you want to call up your buddies and go downtown and kick a hole in the sky. We've got those songs that probably sound amazing while there's a woman taking her... Actually, I can't think of any songs that don't sound great when there's a woman taking her clothes off in front of you.
Anything will do.
Exactly. So there's strip club anthems. There's a tune on there that if you were going to an MMA event or to watch your favorite sports team prepare to kick the hell out of your most hated sports team, this is the one you need to listen to on the way there. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It is very schizophrenic, and it's just all over the map.
I dig it. Is your mind constantly writing, or do you like sit down all at once for new songs to, you know, when you get ready to do a release, or are you just kind of constantly thinking about this stuff?
There's an ear that's always there. You know, if something gets said, like a great phrase that's like, oh, that would just be the perfect little tongue-in-cheek moment, you know, at the end of a chorus, or, you know, that's always there. I'm always listening for stuff like that.
So who did you say you look so much cuter or something in your mouth to?
Mike.
Boy, that'd make a great song title. Glad I said that.
But
moving on.
Sorry,
trying to keep the train on the tracks. It's tough to always be writing. You know, you really have to recognize those moments when they come. You know, those moments of inspiration when you feel like, oh, this is good. We get the little ice ball in the stomach, and those are the ones where you can't go, okay, I got the chorus, I got the idea. You know, so I'm good. I'll just set the guitar down now. And like that's just I've learned, you know, the last 15 years. That's the worst thing you can do, because while it's flowing, you need to keep that thought, like with the movie that's going in your head, while everything's fresh and new. Just keep blurting out stuff and writing it on the page, and keep singing and keep it going, because that's when you can come in with because the more stuff you come in with, the better. You know, when you're sitting there like, I've got 15 seconds of a riff here, you know, and it just doesn't give you a lot to build off of.
All right, let's jam another. This is Midnight Queen. Welcome back inside Nickelback Here and Now. That's Midnight Queen. It wouldn't be a Nickelback record without some inappropriation, right?
There you go.
Absolutely. Suggestive. I giggle like a school kid when I hear stuff like, she's going to lick my pistol clean. How do you say that with a straight face? How do you sing that, man?
It rhymed.
That's what it was, huh?
No, I mean, there's got to be some tongue-in-cheek stuff.
Absolutely.
There has to be some of that stuff on a Nickelback record. Otherwise, it gets a little bland. You know, you want that stuff that makes people smile.
Isn't that tongue out of cheek?
Or tongue out of cheek. There you go.
Isn't how good she is.
I want those uncomfortable moments when someone puts the new Nickelback in their car and they're listening to it, and they've got their 6-year-old with them, and it's like, oh, no. I'm just going to fast forward to the next one. You know, that's awesome.
I've done that.
I see
already with this album.
Yeah. See, I dig that. But with a tune like Midnight Queen, are you telling me that there's never been a waitress that you were attracted to, that you didn't find yourself sitting in the worst place ever just to hang out with her or see what she was maybe doing after work or something like that, or the friend of someone, and you're getting dragged along to this type of scenario? Because this is, I think
Absolutely.
a lot of people can relate to that.
Absolutely.
Like,
And then
what
telling me.
What are we doing in this crappy, horrible place where we're probably going to get stabbed or jumped when we leave?
The next song we're going to play was released alongside Bottoms Up as a co-first single of Here Now. It's a great example of a song where you don't exactly get up on a soapbox, but you try to bring awareness to that we can all make the world a better place. Was there a specific incident or an event that inspired When We Stand Together?
I don't think it was anything. There was one specific event. I think it was just there was a lot of stuff going on, and we tried to be general, with what we were saying. So it did relate to everything that was going on in the world and stuff that does need awareness, and sort of taking that cynical view in the verse and saying, this is what we can do so commonly. You just flip by an atrocity on TV while you're looking for your favorite sports event or the cooking channel or whatever it might be, and in the choruses we talk about trying to make the world a better place.
Here it is, When We Stand Together. Back to Inside Nickelback Here and Now. That's When We Stand Together. All right, guys, we're going to build your Mount Rushmore, the Nickelback Mount Rushmore, 4 artists that helped create the Nickelback sound over these years.
You got to have Hetfield.
Hetfield's going first.
Yeah.
Dimebag's going second.
Angus.
Quite possibly some Angus.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
Yes.
Barry Manilow.
There you go.
For that, yeah.
So
The sultry side of Nickelback.
our Mount Rushmore, from top to bottom: James Hetfield, Dimebag Darrell, Engelbert Humperdinck, and Angus Young.
Yeah.
Absolutely tremendous.
There you go.
That's perfect. I don't see a problem here.
Now, if you don't want to go out and get Here and Now on November 21st, I don't know when you're going to want to. We'll be back on the Nickelback Radio Network.